Okay.
I mean, like on your first camping experience in general, like did it go smoothly? Like any horrible failures or?
Um, no, not really. I mean, the one thing that's a little tricky sometimes, it just depends on, I guess, your day and how you schedule things. Just getting there basically before dark.
Hmm.
I'm actually calling back to I made a big video. It's like a 40-minute video on my YouTube channel. It actually got fairly popular traction. A couple hundred views of like stealth camping, which is something I've only done once so far. And I have ideas for local areas to like try it again this coming
Hmm.
year. And yeah, so it was something that actually, funnily enough, the actual video recording, basically, I tried to do that video on a different, like 2 weeks prior or something like that. And I got there at the spot I was at, the location, and I got there like way too late, and it was already like way after dark. And I'm trying to pitch my tent in the dark with like my headlamp on, and like the site I chose was just too much like twigs and brush, and it wasn't even like comfortable. And so
Yeah.
it's like pitch black at that point, and I'm trying to pitch my tent in the dark, and I'm just like getting fed up, and I'm like, this sucks. And I walked to the location because I didn't want to leave my car someplace overnight that like it basically shouldn't be, and it was that close by to my house, and I was just like, I just gave up and just like walked home in the dark. Yeah, so a little backstory about that video, but like the one I actually did end up doing it, like I said, a week or two later, and that video that's on my channel still for anyone to watch. That's the actual like trip where I chose a better campsite than the first time,
Hmm.
and of course I actually did it too. So, but yeah, it's a little unnerving, I guess, a little bit, because it's just like there's that stress of it a little bit, just trying to get there before dark. And
Hmm.
I guess one of my like rules or mantras with this kind of stuff is to always like work before play, like get rid of or not get rid of, get like do the work before the thing. Like what I'm saying is like hike to the location if you have to, pitch the tent, get everything ready, and then like cook your meal. Then take photos if you have time or
Hmm.
want to, if the light's good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so don't just like get kind of like on the single-minded pursuit of like taking photos or I'm hungry, I want to cook the meal. Like just do the work first and then focus on the I guess reward, we'll say.
Yeah.
Um
I
yeah.
mean those photos especially. I mean you can get caught up in even one image and there's 2 hours and it's dark. So I can definitely see what you mean there.
Yeah, definitely. And I've been guilty of it already, where I'll be like, along the way hiking, I'll be like, oh, all my gear is like my camera's packed in the bag, and it's going to take a few minutes to really get it out and get set up on a tripod or something for maybe like a landscape, we'll say. And if I do that 3, 5 times in a 3 mile hike, and I have like 45 minutes to get there, like, dude, that's not going to leave me any time really to pitch a tent. And it's going to be really dark by then,
Hmm.
potentially. And so I've been guilty of that where I get there a little too late because I just get so easily distracted. I'm like, oh, the light looks good right here. Take the shot. I literally will step 20 feet the next down the trail. Oh, there's a cool shot there. And like, at what point do you
Yeah.
really stop, I guess,
Yeah, you have to probably get into a different mindset completely. I mean, when
Mhm.
you're doing camping because it's just a completely different situation.
Yeah. And to sum it all up, it's like, it's a really humbling experience, I think, especially with solo camping, is you really, and you may not be out in the true wilderness. I'm just dropped here in the middle of Ohio in like a metro park, let's say, but like you're out there alone, and it's like you're dependable only on yourself, and you have to rely on your kind of like quick wits, and not that I've really been in like truly dangerous situations like life or death, but like you do have to really be just self sufficient, we'll say, and kind of know what you're doing. I think is like if you just buy a tent and like start hiking and you've never pitched a tent before, you're probably going to have not really so much luck with it,
Hmm.
getting it set up in time, let's say.